how does Tomato AI actually work?
So yeah, Tomato AI in real time, as an agent speaks, we keep their voice, but we make a heavy accent softer, not as heavily accented. And the way it works, so the customer, that's what they hear. They hear the same person, but not as heavily accented. And the way it works is it's a speech to speech model, meaning we never transcribe to text and then back to speech. That'd be too slow and error prone. So we have AI models that do it, transform the speech, and they do it by having heard many calls with people without accent. And so there's a lot of like training we do to give the model examples of what it can expect in the field. Now, once we do that and we give it a ton of like examples, what's good about the solution is that it's zero shot model, meaning there's no pre-training. Any new voice that it encounters, it can right away uh, do the right thing, make that person less accented.
For the, BPO call centers, what are the business outcomes this ultimately drives for them?
So in terms of business outcomes, there's a few areas where the BPOs benefit. So if you're doing customer support, often it's NPS, CSAT, handle time, callbacks that you're measuring, and so you get like those KPIs lifted, you get an improvement there because when someone is more intelligible and there's less like distrust. Unfortunately, people have biases and sometimes they mistrust the agent. When that's off the table, the metrics can improve. And on the sales side, where it's like number of the close rate, the revenue, sometimes it's like pre-qualifying and then transferring onshore. All those metrics go up as well when there's more trust and intelligibility. So that's one thing. Like the metrics go up, and that's huge because you can not only retain customers better but get new ones more easily. Another piece which we've touched on before is the churn, agent churn, where they're not on the job long enough. There's a couple of things that they deal with. They suffer abuse by callers sometimes who let out their frustration on an accented agent more often than they do on non-accented agents. And then they also have to repeat themselves, so they're not understood and they have to like say things a different way, and that can play into like the churn. And so if you take that as well off the table, you can have agents stick around longer and all the benefits that come with that. Um, and then there's the hiring piece, which we've touched on as well. But just being able to make capable people that are hard to understand now easier to understand and trust by the the customers makes the pool of people you can hire much bigger.